Hello and welcome back to the second part of today's reading. If you are new, coming to this new today and haven't seen the first part, you are most welcome. Do take whatever resonates with you, and should you feel drawn to watch the first one, please do. Some powerful messages were coming through on that one. And without further ado, they are saying to start to get into these cards to continue where we are today. I hope you're all enjoying your day. We have a split here, and let us see where we are at. I'll take the top one. And we have a number 4. And a 4 is often worked as stability. As in the pyramids are designed as some of them going back, many of them going back to 145 million years ago, which they are suppressing the information of that. And the whole system is an entire generating system, providing free power for entire cities, and they're all over the planet because there was free power literally at that time. But what they have done is they removed the capstone, which is of a metallic copper. I believe gold may have been involved in the making of these capstones, and the purpose of that is to actually be the one that from the lightning, the thunder and lightning, actually harnesses the energy, the free energy, into the chambers that are far more extensive below than what you see above in the actual pyramids. It's a vast system. And they also wanted me to talk out on the stone circles. I put up on my my Facebook, Stonehenge, and they have been sharing again the fact that 1971 there were some lads camping in the centre of this, and there was some lightning that struck the circle, and the police were called out because they were looked on as being they're not supposed to be within the circle, and when they arrived, they found that the entire group, along with all their equipment, had vanished. It's a system, if you remember, going back to before the Adam and Eve arrival, that was used to strip out the gold, to transport it to another place, another planet. And that is the prime purpose of these stone circles that are around the planet. It was a slave system that had been brought in to mine the gold and other precious materials, and then to take them off the planet through these stone circles there. They were not a religious centre, they are a pure functional centre, as was the pyramids also a pure functional system. And here we have higher power, and Spirit wanted me to digress on that one for some unknown reason. And we have here the start of the reading with a leg up. Higher power, that implies being outside yourself. A better one would be the inner power, and you're connecting to your own soul, is your greater power of you that has given you a leg up. And when your soul steps in, you have no choice but to follow the guide of where your soul is taking you. And let's have a look at the parallel card. And we had this one in yesterday's reading, I believe, or maybe Monday. but it's all part of the same reading because these go on, connect all the way through this week. And we have 47, and 4 and 7 is an 11, which is a master number, and it's a gateway, often used in partnerships, but it's a master number in order to go from one set of circumstances through to another one. And this can include the third dimension, going through the fourth dimension, which is just a tube, a chamber between the two, to emerge in the fifth dimension minimum. And what they're actually saying is your inner self, your soul, is actually empowering you to go the distance. In the card, there is desert. That means to say that where you are coming from or where you're at is barren. It has no possible future for you. And by giving your power away, you have lost the power to be able to regenerate the Mother Earth and to find the happiness and most of all the love, the essence of love, which is an energy. Everything within the universe has the possibility of creating with love. If you are creating and manifesting with pure love, you can manifest such a beautiful world that from where we have come from will be very, very hard to even imagine unless you have the ability to go to another place beyond this lifetime in this timeline and observe a better way of being. Most people do not know what love looks like. It's a false love that has been slipped in because the true essence that everybody has been harnessing into is the fear element, the fight and flight that has been brought in. That is the way forward to survive. Yes, there are big and ferocious animals, but they are operating in the third dimension. You go to a planet that is above the third dimension, and the animals are absolutely very loving. They work within an essence of love also. They do not hunt meat at all. They feed on essence, which is not known on the planet. That is another story. I'm not going to go down that avenue today to explain the sustenance of the body without the need for indulging in the lower vibrational way of being. That's not relevant for today, and we will put that aside. And we have got Loyal Heart. Now that's interesting because that one actually came out upside down, and this was in yesterday. So for some unknown reason, we are looking at a card that is of yesterday. And what they're actually saying is, again, we have 35, which equates to the 8, the circling of life. And they're pointing me to, which I didn't see earlier on, but they're actually pointing me to these keys that are up here, hanging just above, just slightly out of reach. And by being in reverse, it means to say that you have actually done a fair amount of work on your inner heart. And to congratulate you, because you have actually absorbed from your soul, they're using the word lessons, but it's more a re-remembering of what you already know, but have forgotten, been forced to forget. And because you now are coming out of the old mindset and you're finding true love, and this will continue for the whole of the Venus being in retrograde in the twin sign of Gemini, that you will emerge finding the key, the twin keys to your jewel heart of absolute pure love. And this is where doors will open for you in your new creation, because you are creating from the power of love and not from the power of fear. This is important to remember. And you are virtually there. Just a little bit more tweaking, but don't give up. You need to go the distance. It's important that you do not give up where you are heading to. Your heart, and through your heart, your soul, is your true friend and guide. Not some higher power, it is you. And you can access your soul on an equal footing, a total balance of footing as a best friend. And between you, within the physical body, you can actually understand and follow and go the distance. So you do not need to be faced with your soul trying to get your attention and bringing you tower moments because you were not listening. You were still heading in the wrong direction. You are heading in the right direction. You have the keys and you are moving forward. And we have 29. And 29 comes, breaks down to 11. And so this is another gateway. Another gateway. And we are going through the gateway of the duality of ourselves. This will continue. And with the new moon, it's Friday here in Scotland, but it may vary slightly before or after that date. And it's a new moon in Gemini. Gemini is again the twins. And so we have more of the bodies, heavenly bodies, that's actually controlling the energies that is driving you to where you are going. And this is just simply breathe. Breathe. You understand. You have reunited what is going out of balance. But it is imperative that you remain within balance. And you do this by regularly, many times a day, connecting with your soul through your heart center. That's in the gut. It should really be a little bit where the heart center is. The gut tends to leave you off balance if you have not aligned it, like the brain, into your heart center. It is a third brain that at the moment people are not speaking out about it as a discovery, but it is known by the scientists that the brain material is in the heart, which is the true brain, the ego brain, community center, and where they have sunk your soul in the pit of your stomach so that you can feel terribly sick when you know that you are living in this fear-based paradigm. But that is over. You are going through the portal into the higher vibration, and we need to look at bringing your soul which is sat in the gut, into your heart. So everything is aligned. At the moment, this represents an off-alignment of the higher dimension version of yourself. And we will go through the next one, which is a 5. And 5 often talks about inner conflicts and matters that are thoughts within causing a great deal of problems. And many of you starseeds and light workers and Etmerians, and we're talking in this manner, have felt that you have come to this planet that is an absolute barren place, and that you have been orphaned by your true family, your star connection within the heavens. You have felt sad, you have not connected with the people around you, both older generation, siblings, and also younger generations are often, you find, in total disalignment to what you know hidden deep within and have had to bury in order to be able to survive in this very wilderness. But it's not a wilderness of nature, it is a barren wilderness. And through all that's going, you are working with your soul that has said enough is enough, time is now to awaken. Everybody that has a pathway to awaken, mass awakening is happening now. And from this you can step from feeling orphaned into time to go. This is where you have been, and this is where you are going. And 45 equates to a 9. So we're on the journey. Not quite to the 13, but we are on the journey. And you have decided that you are going to leave the ways of this world, this planet, behind. It no longer serves you. You have been awakened, some of them rudely awakened, by your own soul. And through your patience of breathing and just being and linking into your loyal heart and pure love, you know that it is time to leave this scenario behind and go towards your new way of being, your 5th dimensional and above vibrational way of living and connecting with love. So this is the 3rd dimensional feeling where you were not allowed to speak out of what came to your heart, your power, your gifts. You were beaten down, you were drained, many of you were put into jail if you dare speak out. In past lives, your throat would have been cut or you'd been burnt at the stake to silence you from the truth that all that matters is love, the love vibration of you, the inner vibration. And so it's time to go. It's time to go. Step out into the world with confidence, showing your light, and only interact with those who are also stepping out into their light. You have choices. You don't have to choose to be connected with this. Let the fight within go and just turn your back on it and just walk away. This is you allowing your true power to shine out. And it is so, so important for you to do so. To be part of the new world. I will leave that with you for now. I am going to put these cards away, and I am going to go over to the daily healing cards and see what further messages they want to bring forth. And they have already been shuffled since the early reading. We have a divide here. And they just say take 3. So we're going to take 3 of these cards. And the first one is, devote yourself to discovering the highest truth, your highest truth. And this equates to your soul within. You don't need anybody without. Your soul within has your highest truth for you. And the only way is to get at that truth is through your heart, by breathing into your heart center. Take a few deep breaths to bring yourself into a place of calm, and then equalize your breaths, equal in to out, as a gentle rhythm to link with the heart, and the door will open for you to go in, and you will see you on the inside, your soul. It's like the TARDIS in Doctor Who. When you step into your heart center, it opens up into a vast, beautiful world. We would pull the next card. And it says here, let love be your motivation for action. And we will put this one here next to the loyal hearts. This is the only energy that would benefit you from working from. You do not want to work from what you have been forced to work from and to give your power away, because that is not a good action. It needs time to go. So do take time out regularly throughout the day, as often as you can possibly do, to breathe and connect with your heart and your soul. And from your soul, go the distance in your action. And the last card for this reading is, soften and open back into love all day long. And that's it, emphasizing the all day long. It's not a connecting meditation first thing in the morning. No, that's the starting point. But be aware, and this is a move on from what is often taught out there, that your heart is fully open now. You have opened your heart to work and operate all your actions from a place of love. And this takes time to soften and open, because we have all come from a place of being orphaned, where the door into our heart was forced shut. You are no longer orphaned. Welcome to your tribe, is what they're saying. You are most welcome by operating through your love. And so you are no longer orphaned. You belong to the tribe of love. And it is important right until the last sleeping moment of your day, going into your sleep pattern, that you are still operating from your loyal, open heart. It takes practice Often we will zoom back into the orphaned. And when we realise and face that, it's not a question of being, oh dear, we failed. No, you are practicing. You try again. You go back into the breath, back into your heart, and you keep your heart open and operate from your heart all day long. I will leave that with you for today. I hope that it has been of benefit for you, and you're more than welcome for my gift to you. I'm delighted to channel and to provide a platform for people who have been orphaned and are now stepping out and going forward in a harmonious level. And I also very humbly appreciate the fact that you are also checking in. It makes my my small gift to humanity very much worthwhile. So until we meet again, may you have a fantastic time from a place of love, and may your heart star shine brightly.